Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that. Man, what it do? Big boss coming through. Switching lanes, gripping grain, pop truck, I'm riding blue. Out the A, so I'm jamming screw. What you niggas wanna do? Big boss hog. Boss dog. Can't pull through the door. Here to talk this boxing before I get in my soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. You already know what type of video this gonna be. Good people do. Don't off yourself. Call that mental hotline if you matter. Peak game. Peak game. Hey, that foes on Mustang. I said Mustang. Because I just looked at a Mustang. I don't know, man. I might grip grain. I'm out to Houston, Texas, so I'm coming down, switching lanes. Man, I'm going to start flowing off the brain. I ain't try to rhyme like for real, call the mental hotline, 988. For real. All seriousness. Make sure you do that. Please. You got some issues, talk to somebody, bro. Real talk. Even the bud buddies. You know what I mean? Because y'all be tripping, bro. You know what I mean? Terence Crawford, if he beats Canelo Alvarez, will be up there with Floyd. These niggas wild, bro. And then, you know, for all of you sitting there talking about Terence Crawford's gonna lose, y'all gonna eat your words in September. Bro, stop playing with me, bro. For starters, the nigga ain't got bars on his resume to be up there with Floyd. You can't put somebody up there on a level with another guy just because, oh, he's undefeated and he beat Canelo. Let's break this down. I'm finna cook, all right? So be ready, all right? Let me put my chef hat on. Let's get to it like Nike, I just do it. So, you talking about Terence Bud Crawford, who beat Errol, who y'all are riding high off of that win. That one win, y'all riding high. He beat Errol. That's the only win. He beat him. He beat Errol. So, it contradicts, right? And what do I mean, boss? What are you talking about, boss Hoggy? I'll tell you what I'm talking about, bye. Y'all sit here and say Errol's a bum, Errol trash, and this, that, and the third, but you use that to validate Terence Crawford. Let me say that for the slow people in the back. Y'all sit there and say that Terence Crawford beat Errol, right? Okay? Y'all say that. But then back door and say Errol Spence is a bum. He's trash. Right? That's what y'all say. Y'all sit there and say things like that, but then try to utilize that win to validate him. You know what that says? Errol Spence ain't no bum. You know what that says? You're acknowledging that Terence Crawford ain't fought anybody besides that man from DeSoto, Texas, right? So you're acknowledging that fact. You're acknowledging that, hey, you know what? He beat a great fighter in Errol Spence, in which he gets full credit from me, right? You ain't heard boss make no excuses, nothing. But y'all utilizing that as a way to validate him. And, oh, yeah, if he beat Canelo, this will put him up with Floyd because, you know, he beat Canelo. Bro, he's not going to be up there with no Floyd Mayweather. Here's why. The version of fighters, right? The time he's picking and choosing to fight fighters. Y'all can sit here and try to be blind all you want to. See, this is why I be telling you. Terence Crawford is a dude that beat you, right? He be beating you like he is an abusive boyfriend to y'all. He beat y'all. He spit on y'all. He pee on y'all. I still love him. That's what he do to y'all. I'm always gonna love him. He be beating the brakes off you. Your eye closed like this. Hey, y'all be, I still love him. He lied to you. He cheating on you and everything. I still love him. That's Terence Crawford to y'all. That's what he be doing to y'all. That's the stuff he be doing. That's the crazy stuff. And y'all just be going with the flow. Y'all cool with it. Oh, it's Terence Crawford. He be saying the most egregious, ridiculous things. Nobody challenging. But me. But Boss Hog. Right? Because I'm like, bro, that don't even make sense. How you going to sit there, right, and say, oh, there was no other fights for me, no other challenger fights. Huh? Canelo's my only test. When you're on record saying that, hey, man, y'all don't know boxing, right? When people were trying to get you to move up multiple weight classes before, y'all don't know boxing, 154 is my cap-out weight. He said that. I'm going to find a video and I'm going to put it on here. I need a Bud Buddy to explain that. Because now he's saying, oh, I could beat Canelo. I'm telling you, the only reason why this man is fighting Canelo is because Turk is looking out for his boy. That's it. Terence Crawford he wants that money. He don't want, I'm telling you, all this stuff about Bill Haney, Bill Haney told me that should fight. No. I'm telling you, bro, the man right there, that man from Nebraska, he fight Canelo because he wants to get paid and he wants to retire and set off in the sunset. That's what he want to do. That's what he's doing it for. He's not doing it because, oh, I want to be great. I'm daring to be great and I feel like I can beat Canelo. No. I'm telling you, bro. I'm finna make a bold statement. Don't be shocked if Canelo knocked Terence Crawford out in 5 rounds. I said it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Don't be shocked if he knocked Canelo Alvarez out in 5 rounds. Cinco rounds. Don't be shocked, bro. I'm telling you, bro, like, I'm not saying this just to say it. You know what I mean? I want Terence Crawford to win. I want him to beat the doors off Canelo. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tired of Canelo and his antics. Right? He holding up the division. That's why the 168 not cracking, because he not. What is the reward? Right? You fight to be a champion, right? But if I'm fighting and I'm winning, and then I get opportunity, like, okay, cool, I put myself in position to, fight for a belt, and this man mess me over and be like, I don't want to fight. What have you done? You done nothing? You done nothing? Like, and the sanctioning body don't want to do anything about it. They just like, oh well. Then what happens? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want Terence Crawford to win, bro, so he can free up the division, because he going to retire after he win that belt. He going to get the belts and then retire. And then the belt's going to be free, and then boxer get back cracking again. All I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, keep it real, coming down working with Will, it's like Terence Crawford will be nowhere near the levels of Floyd Mayweather or anybody at that top level. You know what I'm saying? Hold on right quick. All right, boss back. So, all I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, man, is that Terence Crawford, his resume, it won't put him up there, bro. You got one name on your resume, that's Errol, right? And some people feel like the version that you fought wasn't, I'm not gonna lie to you, wasn't, the version of Errol you fought wasn't the best Errol Spence, right? So that's what some people feel like, and I'm seeing even some of the Bud Buddies saying the same thing. You know what I mean? They're like, hey man, like that version that Terence fought, all you gotta do is look at my comments. I had one Bud Buddy was like, man, Errol Spence, the fight would have been better if Errol lived the fighter lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So, but you ain't never heard me make no excuses. You ain't never heard me be like, oh yeah, man, I'm talking about, that. Nah, you ain't never heard me say nothing like that. But all I'm saying at the end of the day, keep it chill, coming down working with Will, is him being up there with Floyd, it won't happen, right? You got a dude like Errol, you know, who went through the ringer, you know what I'm saying? And even they're saying with him, like, you know, even they saying with him, like, you know, hey, ain't nothing, you know, he ain't in the Hall of Fame. And he didn't fought killers, you know what I'm saying? Bud got accolades, but let's just be real. It's kind of like how people feel about LeBron right now. He's stat padded, man. You know, I know the Bud Buddy's gonna be upset, but we just gotta keep it 1,000. He's stat padded, bro. The man ain't fought no real compo until he got to Errol. You know what I mean? And it's the time when he fought Errol. And then now look at the time where he fighting Canelo. He not fighting Canelo that's running through boys like diarrhea. He fighting a Canelo that's going tooth and nail with people. He beating them, but he going tooth and nail with boys. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the version he once was. And we just got to be real. So how does that put him up there with Floyd? You know, top 2 fighter of all time. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It don't. You know, I know y'all Bud Booty Warriors, y'all love y'all some Terence Crawford, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, I'm a fan of Terence Crawford too, but I'm a realist. When I look at your whole body of work, and I can't put you somewhere based off accolades. You know what I mean? It's the same thing like people talk about LeBron, right? They say, hey man, he won the Lakers championship, but they're like, it was in the bubble. There was no real, you know, there was no real compo. Like, yeah, he beat, you know, the Heat, but it kind of like they was fighting. They was playing at the YMCA, you know. And that's how I feel about a lot of Terence Crawford fights. It was just like he fought fights that you knew he was gonna win. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't the underdog in really a lot of his fights. I say more than 90% of his fights, he wasn't really an underdog. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day is like, man, come on, bro. We gotta keep it funky. We can't sit here and cap and be like, oh, you know, this gotta put him top 2 all the time. It's not, bro. He's nowhere near Floyd. Y'all keep trying to put him and Floyd in the same category. Floyd is Floyd, Terence is Terence. He's by himself. He is his own man. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. He is who he is. That boy got that radar. But he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all want to be quick to, and this is why I don't like the 2020s. Y'all so quick to crown people. You know what I mean? Like, let people put in a body of work. You know what I mean? Like, we just being real. Like, Crawford, his body of work. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's impressive that at welterweight he was knocking everybody out, and then he knocked out Errol. It was impressive. He had like all knockouts at welterweight. It was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? You got my respect. You know, granted, I would rather him do that against, you know, top level fighters. You know what I'm saying? He had one on his resume at 147. That was Errol, but that's it. You know, it's when he picking and choosing to fight guys. You know what I mean? Terence more concerned about accolades than his resume. And what do I mean by that? Let me cook. Let me continue to cook. When you care about accolades, you don't care who has a belt, right? You don't care who has a belt. Clarissa Shields could have been the WBC champion. He gonna fight her and get that belt off of her. I'm telling you, that's how Terence Crawford is, right? He not looking at, man, this dude got the belt, but this dude, sorry, he trash, bro. You know, we just gonna be real. Some dudes he beat, his best win at 40 was Victor Postal, which I'm not gonna lie. If Terence Crawford fought in the days where Danny Garcia and them was at 40 and they had Lucas Matisse and all of them, I don't know if he get through that, right? And I'm just being real. You know, you call it hating, you know, get mad at your mama, not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. I don't know if he get through that. So his run at 40 was light. His run at 47 was light. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be honest. when you look at Floyd Mayweather, bro, he was fighting dogs, killers. You know what I mean? Like, he was in the era where it's just a different era, bro. You know? He was active too, like fighting twice a year. Like, Crawford be fighting once a year. He gonna be, by the time he fight Canelo, he gonna be out a year and like a month. A year and some change. So all I'm saying at the end of the day, it's like, bro, man, we gotta be honest, bro. Like, this, if he beat Canelo, it'll be a good win. It'll be good for boxing because it'll free up 168. You know what I mean? And it's a good accolade to have as far as like, hey, I got in there with Canelo, I beat him. But overall, this is not gonna do anything for his legacy, like put him top whatever all time. It's not. You know what I mean? It's just not, bro. Like, I say this. I'll be honest with this, okay? I'm always honest. I think if he beats Canelo, it'll boost him up a little bit more, but it won't put him like top 5. I say it'd be like top 15, top 10. You could say, but then like you can nitpick and say, well, shit, man, look who he fighting. You know, his resume is light, bro. That's just what it is. His resume is, if we gotta compare it, his resume is vegan compared to Floyd's, who's, you know, all protein. You know, you got it just, that's just what it is. It's light, bro. Terence Crawford resume is skim milk, Floyd's is whole milk. You know? You know what I mean? Like lactate milk. Floyd's is 2% milk. You know, like, it's just, there's a difference. You know what I mean? And I the reason why this video is so long is I gotta harp on that, bro, because, you know, y'all butt booty warriors, y'all baby oil, aka Diddy disciples, be sitting out here pushing narratives and then get out and then, you know, it gets traction. This is how this nigga got this fight. Through talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to him getting a fight. Get your money. You know, do I think the fight makes sense? No. And I'm not the only one that feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not the only one that feel that way. I ain't gonna hold you. So at the end of the day, keep it thoughts, keep it chill, coming down, working with Will. If Terence Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, I said Canelo ass. Pause. If Terence Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, it'll put him maybe top 15, top 10 all time, but he won't be up there with Floyd. Cause he ain't got the resume. Yeah, he got accolades, right? But it's like I told you, on Top Rank, it's easy to get belts. Bob Arum know how to, he tight with this section about it, especially the WBO. He know how to, you know, just pay attention. Every fighter's first belt on Top Rank is a WBO belt. Buds, WBO. Shakur, WBO. Keyshawn Davis, WBO. Abdullah Mason might be WBO. I'm telling you. Pay attention. That's the top rank belt right there. So all I'm saying, bro, Terence Crawford beat Canelo, congratulations. But he ain't nowhere near. He not even smelling Floyd. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.